Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers. Look, it's Robot Jar Jar. Ooh, go like this.
Ooh, sir, you just said people gonna die?
What, no? You suck. Whoa, hey, wait a minute. What are you doing there? Oh, nuts. Out of the way, fat ass. Oh, hey, watch it. Out. Close. Stop. Would you leave me? Hey, no, not there. Out. Son of a...
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Transformers figure, and it's from Robots in Disguise. It's Decepticon Bisk, and oh, the Warrior Class version. I've been wanting this thing for a long time. One of my favorite Decepticons in the line. We got to see, I want to say it was as early as the first season, first few episodes. Definitely love the concept of the character. I like him in the show. I think it looks good. I really liked the one-step changer, so this is going to be really cool to see how this compares to that, which is going to be way better. Quillfire was exactly the same. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. And here we have Bisk in package, and he is pretty much the same that we've been getting. In fact, this is like the only Robots in Disguise figure except for Ratchet. It was like him and Ratchet. That's all my Toys R Us had, was nothing but these things. So definitely cool to see him in the box. It's got some weird kind of green stuff going on up around it. Almost looks like algae or something. We get this artwork up here. It says Robots in Disguise, Transformers. There he is. There's his vehicle mode, and he is compatible with Minicons. Side of the package has the same artwork. So just kind of a close-up. There's the artwork looking cool. Robots in Disguise. It says Transformers. There's the vehicle. He is Minicon compatible. There he is. And here is the artwork on the side. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, pretty cool. Here's the back of the packaging. Again, just like we have been getting with these figures. Here are the transformation instructions on the side. He's a robot in 11 modes, or 11 transformations. He can become the little car. And then, hey, by the way, he can work with Minicons. And then if you want to play the game, there it is. And then words. So just kind of a close-up. Here are the instructions on transformation. If you need them, you may enjoy them for as long as it is on YouTube. And then here's Bisk. There he is. Robot. There are little Minicons that he can work with. There's the vehicle mode. There's the game. Yes, and that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Bisk out of box and see what we think. So here we have Bisk out of package, and this is a good figure. It's a solid figure. I think I had it built up a little more in my head than what, actual result was, but it's not bad by any means. Don't think I don't like this figure, because I really do like the figure. I don't know, there's something missing about it, and I think it's in the head. It's a weird rubber, and I don't like that. I feel like that's going to corrode over time and just not hold up. I don't know, and I feel like I'm going to scrape the paint off of it. It just makes me nervous. I think that's it. Other than that, I really like the guy. The joints are pretty stiff. The legs, I feel like the hips could get loose over time, but that's nothing that floor polish cannot finish. I'm going to bet there's some people out there that have loose hips on their figures, though. I just see that, because they really do want to go loose, and I think after time, usage is really going to make that happen. But other than that, I don't really have much more complaints on the figure, save for the vehicle mode. I have a minor QC issue with mine, but other than that, it's pretty decent. He's got a couple guns that mount onto these great big old claws, which is kind of cool. I do like the paint. I'll talk about more of that when we get into the close-ups. Overall, pretty decent figure. Alright, now as far as articulation goes, I'm going to take these guns off. Get off of there. I do expect a repaint of this guy. I think we got a version of this guy in the Scavengers, didn't we? Yeah, so, all right, articulation, the head. It is on a little ball joint, so it goes all the way around. It does move up ever so slightly. It goes down just ever so slightly, and then you can kind of twist it around and get some interesting poses out of it. His arms have a mushroom peg up there at the top. Very, very stiff. His shoulders, if you focus, there we go. They do move up and down a little bit, but that's mainly for transformation. There is a hinge there at the claw. The claw is articulated, which is nice. I do like that. There is no waist swivel at the hip, which is unfortunate. He has ball joints, actually, at the hips, so they do go around, they do go out. There is a mushroom peg swivel at the thigh there. There is also one up here at the upper arm, which is nice. He's got a joint at the knee, and then his foot has a hinge as well, which is very, very nice. So overall, he's actually decently articulated, which I do like. I think that is a good thing. These little guns back on here. Dun, 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 dun. Now, the funny thing about the guns, there are little opening ports in the guns, and it seems like they should shoot something out, and I feel like that was a gimmick that just got dropped for either safety reasons or for cost. I don't know. What do you guys think? But overall, yeah, it's not a bad little figure. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, again, I like the detail on the head. I just worry about the rubber bits. I like the paint apps. The silver and the blue look nice. The antenna looks good. It's got a little Decepticon logo. The fake windshield. The orange looks good. I like the arm color underneath the orange car pieces. I think it gives it a nice textured look. And the back, pretty good. We have no backpack, which is nice. So often we get backpacks on these Transformers. They do not exist here. The joints up around the arms, very nice. You can get the shoulders into some nice poses, and the fenders on the car, on the shoulders, being on a ball joint, you can really manipulate those all over the place, which I really do appreciate. Now, taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, no backpack, but the disappointing piece is that itty-bitty little crustacean tail, and that's a bit of a disappointment. I do like the claws. They are nice, they're big, they're articulated. I wish, however, there were some pincers inside of them or something, some kind of sharp points. I think that would look pretty cool. Love the headlights at the end of the claws. I'd like to see that in the show, like him using them in a tunnel or something. I think that would look really cool. But overall, very nice. The pinstripes around the wheels look good. I'm just overall pretty impressed with the figure. There are just some minor gripes I've really got. So taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, not too bad. I like the feet. They have a lot of width, so you can get a good balance on the figure. I think they missed the ball on the back of the legs, though. They are kind of gappy, but I think a lot of that could have been helped if the sides of the rear fenders could have folded backward. And kind of blocked that up a little bit more, because they really just kind of look like they're hanging off the side here. Which just, I don't know, if they could have flipped in, I think it would have made it look a little bit better, less of just fenders hanging there and kind of close that gappage in the back. But again, that's a minor gripe. I mean, overall, it stands well, it looks well, and it poses really well. For comparison, here we have Bisk next to Quillfire in his one-step version of him. And, yeah, kind of interesting to see them side by side. I think the detail on the head on this one does look better than this one, although I think the head on that one is a bit more stable, even though it is the rubbery plastic as well as that, which is very, very strange. Two other keynotes on this one versus this one. The hooks on this one have black down there, where this one is all red. And that is show accurate, but there's something about that one I like for some reason a little bit better than that one, and I don't know why. I just kind of do. The other thing that I like on the one step versus this one, the shellfish tail in the vehicle mode, and also on the legs. You can kind of see it in the molding, which I like, and it shows up on the legs in the molding, which I like that. I think that's nice and predominant, which is very, very cool. Unfortunately, he's got a very itty-bitty little shellfish tail in the robot mode here, and I think the one step beats it there. I like how it's got the shellfish tail that's very dominant on this figure that just doesn't exist anywhere on this figure, which is a bit of a shame. Alright, and of course he's a transformer, so he transforms. So he does have a vehicle mode that does remind me a little bit of Drift's vehicle mode. So let's go ahead and transform this guy into the car and see what we think. Bisk in his vehicle mode, and I always forget how these transform up here, but this is the issue I have with mine. This thing does not like to plug in, and it's because of... Okay, there's a couple things that cause this problem. One, if I disconnect that door, it will go in fine. It's this back piece. I can... Come on, get this. Come on, disconnect. You bloody thing. Okay. So what it is, it's the way these legs plug into place. The first one always goes in really nice and decent. So you can get one in, and then the other one really kind of pushes the tension here to get this in, and it's got to go just right in there. And it gets really, really stiff. And then... Once that occurs, this becomes kind of loose. It's just the tolerance level is not there. It's too tight, and I don't think... See, once both of those are in there, this piece just does not want to go, which is unfortunate. So I don't know if everybody has that issue or if it's just this particular figure, but that is a bit of a disappointment. Besides that, the vehicle looks pretty nice. I do like it. I like the detail on it. Pretty decent. It's a very nice orangey color. Looks like a racy car. So the detail, I think this is why it reminds me of Drift, this front piece up here. I like the paint apps on the headlights. Looks nice. It looks like there's a spot for an itty-bitty Decepticon logo that they did not stamp in, which is unfortunate. I like the windshields, the kind of sparkly charcoal. There's a nice sparkle in the paint. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up, but that looks nice. There's also these really nice blue pinstripes around the wheels, which looks nice. I like the kind of purple type mauve maybe color right there. That looks pretty good. I don't like these holes. These serve no purpose. Over every fender there is a gap. There's no purpose besides making it cheaper. Same thing right here. There's just no reason for those to be there, which is very, very unfortunate. And it's out of focus again. There we go. And yeah, so you can put the guns back on in this mode. Kind of gives it a Batmobile kind of look from the 1989 Batman, if you recall that. If not, you're very young. And yeah, so that's kind of cool. I definitely dig that. I like it when the weapons look good on the vehicle mode and you can store them and keep them. So that is very nice. Very, very cool. I am appreciative of that. So overall, if I didn't have that QC issue with the vehicle, I think I would have liked it a lot more. For comparison, here we have a Bisk with a drift, and yeah, I don't know. There's something about this front end that kind of reminds me of that a little bit. It just looks like a longhorn steer or something. I don't know, but this one's much lighter. Obviously, a different design than this one. But yeah, they're both pretty cool. I like them. This looks more like a real car than this one does. But overall, not too terribly shabby. I think Drift is the better looking vehicle of the two, and I had much less QC issues with this figure than the Bisk. So is Bisk from Transformers Robots in Disguise a figure that you want in your Transformers collection? Well, you know, it's the usual. If you like the Robots in Disguise, I think you're going to like this. If you like Predacon type of robots, you're going to like this. And to be honest, I mean, I feel like I've trashed this figure through the review. I definitely don't mean to do so because I do like the figure. I've been playing with it on the coffee table for about a week, putting it in different poses, you know, transforming it back and forth. Overall, I think it's a good figure. It's solid. It doesn't really feel cheap in my hands. There are some minor gripes, but this is one of my more favorite characters off of the show, and I've been waiting for this figure for a while, so I feel like I just really wanted to put a solid critique into it, and hopefully that came off and just not bitchy. I will say, aside from the vehicle mode not wanting to clamp together right, I think that's a QC issue. The biggest gripe I've got is with that head, in the fact that I feel like the paint is going to rub off. I feel like it's just not going to last over time. The other thing is when you transform, be careful when you transform this thing. The joint that the little piece the head sits on that flips back into the robot is very, very stiff, and you can pop this head off very easy because it's on a ball joint. So be wary of that in case it goes flying on you. Other than that, I mean, pretty decent. They could have had these flip around backwards to kind of, you know, close up the gap. The tail, I think, could have been more predominant. We could have had something could have flipped out to give him more of a shellfish tail. I think that would have looked really, really cool. But other than that, it's a pretty good figure. If you can find it, I would definitely recommend picking it up if you like the Robots in Disguise line. So there he is, Bisk from Transformers Robots in Disguise.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.